The fifth Democratic presidential debate is currently underway. The event is taking place in Atlanta. 10 candidates are participating. Former Vice President Joe Biden is flanked by the progressive frontrunners, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. However, the first question of the night was not about any of the contenders on the stage. Instead, it was about the incumbent one of them will eventually face. Today, 3 key witnesses provided public testimony in the impeachment inquiry. The moderators kicked off the debate by asking the candidates to weigh in on the investigation. CBS News political director Caitlin Conant is in Atlanta and joins us now. Hi, Caitlin. So the Biden campaign said today the inquiry has been, quote, helpful for the former vice president. How have we seen the candidates navigate the issue on the debate stage so far?
Hi, Tanya. Well, tonight, as you said, we saw the debate open with impeachment, which is unusual. In the past, they've usually opened with health care or another kitchen table topic. And today, the candidates basically made this an anti-corruption argument, where Elizabeth Warren said we need to make sure that people know they can't pay for ambassadorships, that that's not okay. And then Bernie Sanders said, we can't let this consume us. We need to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. But besides that, we need to make sure that we root out corruption and that this is not acceptable. And our New Hampshire reporter, Nicole Skenga, actually told me just the other day that she was talking to New Hampshire voters who said that they have health care fatigue and that if they turned on the debate tonight and that was the first issue, they'd actually turn off the TV. They want to talk about corruption. They want to talk about what's going on in Washington. So even though the candidates on the campaign trail try to focus on the differences between their policies and the economy and healthcare, tonight impeachment was first and foremost.
All right. Well, since we didn't open with healthcare, hopefully those viewers in New Hampshire are still watching. There was a heated exchange, though, between Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senator Cory Booker. Right at the beginning, Booker pushed back against her plans for a wealth tax. Did either emerge with a clear argument to illustrate their stance?
You know, I think Senator Booker is trying to get on the next debate stage. He was trying to differentiate himself from Senator Warren. She's a front runner right now. I think you're going to see a lot of the lower tier candidates take swings at her. I think the wealth tax is something that he obviously has clear differences with her over, and again is trying to paint her as a bit too extreme and go to this argument that if you want to win over voters in the suburbs and across the country, as we've seen in current races in Kentucky and Louisiana where they've had Democratic gains, that maybe her positions are a bit too far to the left. And she's saying we need to be bold. We need to be out there with these positions, even if they're somewhat uncomfortable to talk about.
And sticking with Warren, Caitlin, this is the first debate since she outlined how she will finance her Medicare for All proposal, something that she was under fire to do. So how did she respond to criticism so far tonight?
So Senator Warren had a plan for everything, as you know, but this was the one thing that she didn't have a plan on for quite some time. So when she finally did release a plan on Medicare for All, and then later a plan on how to pay for it, she was immediately scrutinized, both from the left and the right. You had the Trump campaign saying that she's being dishonest, we shouldn't trust her because she's not saying that this would raise taxes on the middle class. You had the more moderate candidates like Joe Biden and Mayor Pete Buttigieg saying that we can't go Medicare for All because people want to keep their private insurance. We should be talking about improving Obamacare and winning over voters in the suburbs. And then you also have Bernie Sanders tonight who said he wrote the damn bill and that this is something he thinks we need to do immediately and that there shouldn't be a 3-year period if elected president and that it needs to be done right away. So I think we're going to continue to see her take punches from the other candidates for this.
And Caitlin, this debate obviously is happening in Atlanta, Georgia, where you are. The state is considered a battleground for 2020. How significant is this choice of location?
So this is very significant because this is a state that the Democrats have long wanted to turn blue. You had Stacey Abrams was here tonight. She talks about how she thinks she should have won her gubernatorial race in 2018. She talks about voter suppression here. It's also an area with in the suburbs where there's a significant black population. And when you go to Iowa and New Hampshire that do not have that demographic. It's very important for the Democratic Party that they're out there speaking to these voters, because black voters did not show up in the numbers that they would have liked for Hillary Clinton. So that's why we're here tonight.
All right. Well, Caitlin Conant there in Atlanta, Georgia, thank you so much.